Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting day because I got my very first Boxycharms. I have 2 items because I signed up at the end of December, so I also received December's box. I'm going to go through December's box, but a little more briefly than January's box because I'm sure a lot of you may have seen December's box already. And it's not December anymore. So December's box. The first thing that I got in my box was the Cosmetics Detox Charcoal Mask. Now, I love anything with charcoal in it for my face. I have that skin type. It works well with charcoal. This mask burned for the first little bit that I used it, and I thought I was having a reaction, but it calmed almost immediately. So it was alright. It made for a decent bath mask. And afterwards, my skin didn't feel too dried out. It felt smooth, refreshed, and it actually did seem a little bit happier. Next up, I got a lip pencil from Bodyography in Heatherberry. I'm pretty sure everybody got this one. Your dick. Stop eating the Kleenex. I did have a lot of tugging when I put this on. I don't know if maybe I just needed to probably warm it up first. I think that's what I'm going to do next time. Just warm it up on the back of my hand, but it pulled real bad. Color was alright. It was pretty decent. Nice neutral color. But as far as how it felt going on my lips, I wasn't really a fan. Next up, the thing that I'm pretty sure everybody got is the Tartist Lip Paint in Insta Famous. I was worried from what I'd heard about other reviews of this line that it was going to be sticky, but it wasn't. I put it on just by itself on top of the Heatherberry lip pencil, that's what it is. And it was sparkly, which is really all I want. It's a lip gloss, which personally right now I prefer over other lip products. Next, I believe this was a variation product. I don't remember what the other option was. But I did get the Pretty Vulgar face powder, the Powder Room Matte All About It. What I love about this is pretty much just the packaging. It's got an adorable little container, and it has a powder puff, which I love. I think it's a little gimmicky, but it's a nice little, you know, collector's vanity item. I'm not big on powders right now. I'm on a whole not really setting my face kick, but I did like this. I used the powder puff just to kind of go over most of my face, and I used a sponge to set under my eyes with it. It didn't cake up. It looked decent. It's a alright translucent powder. And the last thing I got, which was another variation item, is the Protégé palette by Suva Beauty. Now, I'd heard a couple different things about Suva. I know that their hydro liners are amazing, and I actually have been wanting to get my hands on some of those for quite a while. This, however, I have mixed feelings about this because the color selection in it is nice to look at. It's kind of like a good combination of like those natural brown bronzy shades with the deep purple to kind of give it some life. And the highlighters are really nice. I love the highlighters in this palette, both of them. What I found about the formula is that the mattes, the Aesthetic and Conscious, the 2 dark mattes, are very stiff and powdery, and I had a lot of issues blending those out. For my eye look, I used Aesthetic to go into my crease. I set my eye with Tact, which is one of the more satiny shades. These 2 shades I found were very creamy, and I was surprised that these ones were as powdery feeling as they were. I used Poetic to blend out Aesthetic a little more, and that seemed to work. Used my finger to go into Structure, which is the most beautiful shade on the face of the planet. This whole palette is worth it just for that one color. I used Theory, the highlighter, to go into the inner corners and under my brows, and then I used Era, the more goldeny highlight, on the rest of my face, and that was peachy. Now, let's get into what we were all waiting for. January's box. Now, I heard a lot of complaints about the stuff that was in this box. I don't know if that's just like, you know, if you're a long-term charmer, if some of these things are like repeats or very reminiscent of stuff you've gotten before. For me, someone who hasn't had the box yet, I was really impressed overall with the box. I think there's only one thing in here I'm gonna say I'm disappointed with. So let's start with the stuff that I did not try on. We've got the two Tatcha Dewy Luminous Dewy Mask Skin masks. These are $12 Canadian each. I didn't try these on for a reason, because they're expensive. I did have these in my to try list, my wish list on Sephora. So I was actually planning on purchasing these, and I'm a little short on masks right now, so I'm just going to put these in my collection and rotate through them. But for now, I'm just going to say that I am super excited to try these out. We got the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strength and Moisture Leave-In Mask. Okay, can I just point out that apparently Kathleen Lights helped kind of curate January's box. I didn't know this. I don't think anybody knew this until I saw Kathleen's video go up the same day that her Instagram post on Boxycharm went up. And that was already after people had been receiving their boxes. So I feel like the marketing for the whole Kathleen helped thing was a little forgotten about, because I've even seen some unboxings after that, and half these people had no fucking idea that Kathleen Knights had anything to do with any of this. But she did, apparently, which makes sense in seeing this, because I'm well aware that this is one of her favorite things on the face of the planet. Okay, makeup. I've got 3 makeup items here. So should we start with the bad? Let's start with the bad. So the one thing I really fucking hated out of this box is the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. I gotta say, I've received a few Cella items in the Yes Oh Yes boxes, which, other sidebar, if you guys want to know what the hell happened with Yes Oh Yes and myself, please let me know if you would like that to be another video. I'm contemplating just doing it anyway, so you might get it regardless. But there's some issues there. That is actually why I have Boxycharm right now. We'll get to that. I'm not a big fan of Cella products. I have one, let me see. The Cella Ivory Lace Highlighter Crayon, and I literally only use this in my waterline. And it's pretty good for that, but it fucking sucks as a brow highlight. So in here we have a teensy weensy little pot of brow product. And on the other end is a brush. I hate all of it. I hate the color. It says it's taupe. It's pretty much just an ash gray, not taupe. It's kind of like someone took this little pot and dumped it into an ashtray and then put it in here and sold it. I had a lot of issues. It's so far down in here getting the product out, and it's not quite creamy enough to just immediately go on the brush, so I had to do a lot of jabbing. There was lots of jabbing involved. So I ended up ultimately going in with my own brush. It chunked up in my brows. It blended out okay, but the color is just so disgusting. I hate the color. So much. I hate the color. Next! There were 3 different variations of the Tarte palettes, which a lot of people weren't that excited about, but I've never used one before, so I guess I'm one of the demographic they were kind of trying to tailor to. I got the Sizzle palette, which I'm very excited about because this just screams me. This is an Annette palette. Wish the inside was a little more exciting, but the formula for the shadows is really great. And I do like the color options in this palette better than the other 2. For my eye look today, I went super fucking simple. Can't wait to get this brow product out of here. I used Playa, which is that creamy peachy shade, to go all over my lid. And then I used Snorkel with my finger, and I tapped that all over the lid. And then I went into Kite Surf with a tiny little brush, and I did the inner corners, and I took a liner brush into Sandcastle, the plummy shimmery purple, and I kind of just pressed that into my lash line to kind of give more of a put together, slightly lined effect. Very, very happy with this palette. Super excited about which one I got. This is the highlight of my box, of both the boxes really. And then the last thing I received, there were 3 different lip options. I'm pretty sure there was a liquid lip from Ofra, a gloss from Smith & Cult, and the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. I have used Bite Beauty Amuse Bouches before, and I like the formula. I was a bit nervous about the color. I got mine in Sour Cherry. I can't really say I was nervous about it, but it's a very nice red shade. It's a good classic blue toned, brighten up your teeth kind of red. What I did to apply this little baby, I first went in with my Huda lip contour pencil in Heartbreaker. Literally just did the center of my lips. Then I took Sour Cherry on a lip brush so I could be a little more precise with my lines as well as kind of buffer it out a little bit. I blended that out so that it was kind of just a light blotted sort of wash of red. And then I went over top of it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Pearl. And I think that just kind of mellowed it out, gave it a bit more of a pinky tone, but you still get the solid sour cherry red. I like it. So, that was both my boxes. Fuck, my eyebrows suck right now. I really don't like this. Ugh. How do you guys feel about Boxycharm? Let me know about all of the things because I'm really curious. I'm new to the whole Boxycharm world. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up if you think my eyebrows are a terrible shade of not taupe. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you in the next one.
Wow.